I'm Carolyn Texador, and my business is Squeezed. Squeezed began out of a need for my partner and I to change our lifestyles. I had quit smoking cigarettes. I had been smoking cigarettes for 30 plus years, and I made the decision to quit. It was really affecting my health. And then my partner as well always had issues with his weight. It was always an up and down thing for him. So we started doing some research on how to better our dietary needs, and we came upon a documentary called Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. We were trying to find a place in our area in Jersey City that made fresh juices, healthy vegetable juices, and there were none. We kind of get tired of doing it at home. It's really messy sometimes, so we just wanted to kind of be able to go somewhere, grab some drinks, and come back or whatnot. And that's where the idea came in, and I looked at him and I said, what about us starting a beverage company? And we just make all natural juices and smoothies. And that was the light bulb. We immediately looked at each, he looked at me, I looked at him, and we knew that it was the right time, the right place. We were ready for it. We had what we needed to invest in it, and we just began the planning. We sat down with pen and paper, and we started doing the research as far as what we needed to do, what were we going to call it, recipes, things like that. It was really, really exciting, the beginning part of creating Squeezed. So we also went to other juice spots, not in New Jersey because we couldn't really find any here, but we did go into New York. We did go to other juice businesses, brick and mortars. We would order from them. We would ask the manager, the owner questions. What did it take? How long did it take? We would actually ask them for advice. You know, how should we start? What would be the best way to start? And luckily, we came across people that were really helpful. We came across people that believed in helping others and just answering questions, and that was a great, great help for us. And we were in the kitchen for 3 months. We bought vegetables and everything that we wanted to use. We didn't want to use any dairy. We wanted to be able to have control, really good control over the products that we use, the ingredients that we use. So we make our own almond milks. All of our nut milks we make fresh, we make ourselves. We don't use any dairy, we use coconut water. It's very healthy, it's filling, and it was trial and error. Making a juice, it didn't taste great. Our goal was to make a juice that was really healthy and taste good. The first market we had always stands out in my mind. We didn't know what we were doing. This was our very first market, and it was incredible. We had a 50-pound bag of carrots. We had so much fruit and vegetables. We were literally tripping over ourselves when we first. That's one thing. Another thing that we realized was our menu. Our first menu was really big. We learned after that one date we need to bring our menu down and simplify it. So that's another lesson that we learned, was keep it simple. Stick to a basic. You know, we have at least 6 or 7 juices, and that's what we stick to, and we've perfected those. And we have about 10 smoothies, and that's where we try to keep it. So I think the first mistake was we went overboard in buying, and a lot of that stuff went bad because we were only working 3 days a week last season. So we lost a lot of vegetables and a lot of fruit. Lesson 1. Lesson 2, simplify the menu, keep it simple, and have a really good variety within that menu, and you can't go wrong with that. A typical day is waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning, and by 7 o'clock, 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, he's doing the shopping, I'm doing the preparations, bagging everything up, setting everything up, packing everything up. If people pay attention or they look and they see, once we start unpacking, we are literally bringing a brick and mortar to that space. Literally a store. It's so many pieces. We have a hot water system. We have a sink. We have 25 gallons of water that we use for each market. It's really important for us to give the customer an experience while they're there. And we've had customers who ask for grapes in their drinks, and we didn't have grapes on hand because we don't use grapes. However, because we do farmers markets, we have these things available to us. We'll grab them and we'll customize it. We have a customer that comes to us in the Grove Street farmers markets who really likes melon juice. We don't use melons, but for her we will. When she shows up, we'll run out, grab a melon, and we'll make a fresh melon juice just for her. So it's important for us to give the customer what they want, give them a really good experience, and hopefully see them come back again. Off season, we do cater, and on season, like this season, we're working 6 days a week at 5 different farmers markets, 4 different farmers markets and 1 artisan market. And we're doing a couple of festivals. We didn't want to go too crazy because it's really important to us we built Squeezed in Jersey City, and I want to continue growing Squeezed in Jersey City. That is extremely important to us. We feel that starting our business here, we've received a lot of support from farmers market managers, from other businesses, other entrepreneurs, and it's important for us to create and grow the business here. Actually, everything we purchase in Jersey City. We do not leave Jersey City. We really believe in keeping that going. It's like a cycle. You know, we built the business here, we have customers here, and we want to also help other small businesses right here in Jersey City. So everything we get, our sources are from Jersey City. I think a lot of people make a mistake of thinking when you start your own business, you're going to work less. And it's really not. That's such a myth. Actually, when you work for yourself, you're working harder. You're working longer hours. And you really just can't let it go. If something has to be done, something has to be taken care of, you can't wait for somebody else to do it. It all depends on you. It depends on me. It depends on my partner, whether or not we get into the market, because we filled out the application on time and we didn't delay answering an email. We didn't delay answering on a phone call. So I think that the biggest challenge is just not getting enough sleep. After a while, we've gotten used to it. We've gotten used to the physical labor. I really wasn't accustomed to physical labor. I've always had corporate jobs in real pretty offices with a nice comfortable ergonomics, chairs and keyboards. Squeeze is nothing like that. Squeeze is pure physical. So the first season, the biggest challenge was lack of sleep and lack of exercise. This year we're ready. We spent the summer working out, again eating healthy, and just preparing ourselves for what is going to happen in the next 6-7 months. Right now, we both decided the best thing for us to do is stick to what we know and perfect it. We really don't want to commit to anything big yet, such as a brick and mortar, until we perfect our craft. Our immediate plans, we're hoping to have, not hoping, I know we'll get there, we'll have a juice truck. That for me would be a big goal for both of us, having a juice truck, and we'll continue to have our tents. And we've thought about bottling. We're just not ready for that yet. It's a completely different process to bottle the juice as opposed to making it fresh. One of the things that are very important to us is making the juices and the smoothies fresh on site. For us, that's the best experience for a person to have with a healthy beverage. Luckily, we've been in business for a year, and this is our second season, and it was really successful. And a lot of people do know who we are. And you know, for me, Squeezed equates fresh, squeezing something fresh, making something fresh, and also hugging. I'm a hugger, and I really love that name. And every time I say it, and every time I see a customer take a sip of a drink and they enjoy it, I really feel like I'm giving that person a squeeze, a nice healthy squeeze.